Alright, so this week we're talking straight to the video game developers and the movie producers. Gonna hear from my man's Will.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? What is going on? Again, thank you to all my subscribers and listeners of the YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. Today, this is going to be a message. I'm not just going to be talking to you guys, but I'm just saying in general, to all the video game producers, the movie developers, whatnot. I just want you guys to know and to understand something, okay? There's two different types of politics now, especially, in America. One of those types is the government politics, and then there's social media politics, okay? The social media politicians, they don't decide what 330 million Americans think. I understand that you guys don't get out that often because you guys work all the time, and I understand that, you know what I mean? Like, you guys don't have a lot of social time, so in a sense you're using social media for reviews. But when you say things like, oh, I'm afraid of public backlash because so we don't deal with public backlash, we're gonna change this up. I got news for you. Where's the public backlash? You know what I mean? There is no public backlash. What, from a few heads on social media that doesn't like something? They know how to weaponize social media to make it seem like it's a problem more serious than it is. Listen, create the content. Make it good. I want to play a video game. When you say that you're releasing a video game on this point in time, that's when I want to play it. I don't want to play it and then it's an incomplete game. I don't want to play it and I got issues logging in. I don't want to play it when, you know what I mean, and the story doesn't make any sense. Make good quality content. That's all we want. Whether it's movies, whether it's video games, it doesn't matter. Just make the content. We're not worried about none of this dumb shit. Like, none of it. Like, all these little petty fucking notes that these guys like to take on social media, the vast majority of the people don't give a fuck. We don't care. What we care about is, why is this movie garbage? Why is this game incomplete? What the fuck? Like, why am I wasting my money? It's a waste of money. So all these stop trying to be politically correct in a place where we're trying to escape reality. Make quality content. Finish the game. Do, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the things that you need to be focused on. I'm telling you right now, just because a few hundred people on social media makes 1,000 posts about, oh, it needs to be about this. No, it doesn't need to be about that to be good. I'm sorry, that's just not what it is. Guys, you don't need, women, guys, however you identify yourself, it doesn't matter. Just focus on making something good. What we want when we go into a movie theater is a good movie. It doesn't need to be inclusive to be a good movie. It just needs to be a good movie. Make it make sense. That's it. That's all we want. We don't care whether it's inclusive or not. We don't care if you're trying to spread a message or not, but make it make sense. Make it quality content. Because there's a lot of things that can make it garbage because it doesn't make any sense, because you dive away from the premise of these video games and movies, all for the sake of being politically correct. And it doesn't make any sense. Focus on the content. If you're gonna make something that's gonna be inclusive, then make it make sense. For example, and I'm gonna say this and people might get pissed off at me, but it's fine. DC Comics, been out at least for several decades now. Superman has always been white. You're making Superman black. Why? Because you're making yourself look good. You're trying to be politically correct. You're not doing it because it makes sense. You're doing it to be politically correct because you want to be inclusive. Okay? So let's make Static Shock white. Oh, that'd make the masses go fucking crazy, huh? Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. People wouldn't even be able to fucking handle that shit. Like, it's crazy. Make Luke Cage white. Oh, that just can't fly, can it? Right. Okay. All this inclusion is hypocritical. Because if you can't go one way, but you have no problem with going another, that means you're picking and choosing when you want to support something, right? So that doesn't make any sense, right? Okay, so let's talk about something else. Why don't we make Black Panther white? Oh wait, whoa, wait a minute, whoa, hold up, shit. Yeah, you the entire fucking country being a fucking uproar, like holy fuck. You know what I mean? See, but now you see what I mean, that this inclusion nonsense is just hypocritical at its finest. You know what I mean? It's okay to want to be included in something. It's okay to want diversity, okay? But don't be okay with one thing and not okay with another. That's not how the fuck this shit works. You don't just get to pick and choose what's okay and what's not. But going back to you developers and producers, all you have to do is just create the content. Does it need to be included? Does it need to include anything? No. Ghost of Tsushima, perfect example. One of the best video games I've ever played in my life. Was that inclusive? No, it was a full-on Asian cast of people that was playing that game. Bet you there was social media politicians that was just like, well, you know, you could have included this. And you don't need to include anything for it to be a good fucking game. It was a great game. It detailed a part of a history that a lot of people didn't even know. I mean, it wasn't like true and full to the story, because some of them sword attacks were outright fucking ridiculous. But it was just like, at the same time, it's like, yo, it was a really good retelling of a point in time that actually happened. You know, video games are meant for us to escape reality, not for more political nonsense that gets shoved in our faces. Video games are just the one thing that we just want to play and not have to worry about, wow, you know, guess somebody else got something to say. Guess there's another message that's got to get across. Not enough messages has come across the race baiting media? Oh, guess not. Let's just start invading video games. Sports, it's already done. So like, there's so much politics in sports now, you might as well just name a president over in sports as well. Like, that's just the thing that we got to understand, okay? Don't worry about being politically correct. Worry about producing great content. Don't worry about satisfying the 500 people on social media, okay? Because you know what? Let me tell you a movie that broke records in the box office. Transformers. You think somebody talking about inclusion matters? You think one person on social media talking about inclusion matters? Because there's a difference between inclusion and intrusion. But we'll get into that in another episode on YouTube. But they sat there and broke records in the box office. No matter how many horrible reviews was said, he still released 5 Transformer movies. No matter what was said, still released incredible movies. Now, the last night, give or take. Extinction last night, all right, we'll lean. All right, we'll be lenient with that. But when you're talking about 5 Transformer movies, 3 out of 5 of them breaking records in the box office, one right after another, you think that guy who's counting that money, you think he's caring about what 20 people have to say 500 times on social media? No. He made his money, he's doing his thing, and that's all there is to it. And plenty of other people loved it. And I speak for the silent majority when I say that a lot of us just don't give a fuck. Just give us something good. Wow us. Because I can be honest with you, in the last 6 years of gaming, I maybe can think of 4 games that truly made me say wow. And that's sad. Because I know in the last decade, between 2010 and 2019, there was plenty of times that I'd say, shit, please keep coming out with more. And I didn't worry about what was included in it. So I didn't give a fuck. So, with that being said, thank you guys I appreciate you. Again, like and subscribe at any point in time, and have yourselves a good one.